Okay, and how you guys doing? This is Kyle coming to you with an exciting video with a banger. I hope that it informs you and helps you make an educated guess and preparing yourself for the future. And let me first throw this out here. These are my thoughts, my perceptions. They are in no way anybody else's or connected to anybody. These are what I'm finding from my research and just from me being inside the tech field as well and seeing how things are maneuvering. So we're calling this video "The Unraveling of the Future: The Rise of the Magnificent Seven, AI's Overturn and Replacing Humanity in the Worst Place." And if you don't know, the top seven companies in tech that hold up the stock market and therefore after are Apple, Microsoft, Google, Nvidia, Amazon, Meta, and Tesla. But I'll be adding a company to that because they're involved in quantum computers, supercomputers, as well as connected to Circle USDC, the stable coin that will probably be one of the backed by the United States and Federal Reserve, and also connected to XLM Stellar Lumen, considered quantum code, quantum silver, and connected to the ISO 22 protocol system. It says IBM CEO who froze hiring for thousands of back office jobs predicted AI would take up to 50% of new jobs. Let's get into the article. It says IBM CEO Arvind Krishna has been outspoken about how AI will transform business. Earlier this year, he wrote for Fortune Commentary that employees should work hand in hand with AI. And months later, he moved to freeze hiring, given rapid advancements in the tech. At the same time, he predicted that AI could take over anywhere from 30% to 50% of such jobs, even contending that AI could do the job better than humans could. And now he's putting his money where his mouth is. With IBM piling into a massive $235 million fund round for $4.5 billion AI unicorn Hugging Face, it's not Krishna's first tie-up with the popular open source startup. So basically, he's starting up an AI company with $335 million that's going to be contributing towards being an open source AI replacement for human beings and companies. Hugging Face also has partnerships with Microsoft and Amazon. Now, that's interesting. Again, these are two companies that are in the Magnificent Seven, Microsoft and Amazon. And connecting with this company called Hugging Face, they are into using this company as a first space agency for open source AI model. It says IBM CEO is convinced AI is here to stay. IBM has been bullish on the fact that AI will ultimately get integrated in practically every company. Krishna said that he expects AI and machine learning to automate away many back office processes that are connected to the workplace. So IBM's resource department was able to get 50 people to do with a job that had take hundreds of people to do with AI. And this is to be the forefront of how it works going forward in the future. As I said before, IBM's not the only company to pony up. You have Google, Amazon, Nvidia, Intel, and Space Force. And if you remember, four of these companies are connected to the Magnificent Seven. It says Hugging Face's valuation is reported 100 times more than the startup's annualized revenue. Let's keep it going. It says reports say that AI could potentially replace 85 million jobs worldwide by 2025. So there's a lot of talk and fear. We'll meet the interns. There's a lot of talk and fear and hype about how AI's new tools will integrate with creative teams, said Kyle Morrison, a partner at Codewood. As an agency that straddles the creative and technological worlds, we want to explore human AI collaborations can look like. It says AI, artificial takeover. AI isn't only replacing interns, But as reported by Afrotext, the world's first robot lawyer was set to take over official court case through a company that aims to eliminate excessive fees to come with both hiring lawyers and racking up parking tickets. Now interns Aiden and Aiko have not only joined Code Word as interns, but thanks to AI, reports reveal that they have been able to create their own visual projects and work alongside various teams at the organization and have even given themselves their respective names. I'm designed to be helpful and efficient, says Aiden in a press statement, and I believe that I could be a valuable resource as an intern, although my abilities could be somewhat different from a human intern. In other words, this AI intern is officially a paralegal for this company, and they're demoing it. It says what this means for human workers. While technology continues to evolve and make the world a bit more simple, the question becomes whether or not AI can pose a threat to people's jobs. Now, mind you guys, who does this say? The World Economic Trade Forum. I'm going to say it again. The World Economic Trade Forum. I'm going to say it one more time. The World Economic Forum suggests that AI will replace 85 million jobs across the globe by 2025. Say that one more time. The World Economic Forum suggests that AI will replace 85 million jobs across the globe by 2025. Now, if you know the long timeline from my last video, I said that the BIS said that ISO 22 protocol would be replacing the SWIFT monetary credit and debit system by 2025, which again, those coins are connected to XRP, XLM, XDC, Quant, HBAR, Algo, IOTA. Now everything's timelining back to 2025. How interesting. Additionally, the organization's Future of Job report suggests that technology will also create 97 million new jobs within the next few years. We see a ton of potential here to produce work greater, faster, and move some more tasks off humans' plates so things can be done quickly. Let's keep it going. It says former Google exec AI will replace 40% of jobs in 15 years. But from what it seems, if they're saying that this could replace 85 million jobs across the world, and this is the World Economic Trade Forum, then this seems that this timeline should be scaled in a little bit. He says, I believe AI is going to change the world more than anything in the history of mankind. This is the former exec of Google, people. Again, one of the top companies in the Magnificent Seven. Kai-Fu Lee, a venture capitalist who used to develop artificial intelligence for both Microsoft and Google, told CBS's 60 Minutes that AI will displace 40% of the world's workers within 15 years. He says, I believe AI is going to change the world more than anything in the history of mankind, he told CBS, more than electricity. So this guy is saying that he thinks AI is going to affect the world more than electricity going forward. New technology always renders some form of labor obsolete, but displaced workers have had, in theory, an opportunity to pursue jobs new in the industry technology created. But in his most recent book, AI Superpowers, China, Silicon Valley, and the New World Order, these things, these things write themselves. So this guy, Kai-Fu Lee, wrote a book. Remember, he developed AI for both Google and Microsoft. So that means that he's in the inner workings of what's going on. Pay attention, people. These are the answers to the test. Who wrote a book called Superpowers, China, Silicon Valley, and the New World Order. Argues that AI displacement will be fundamentally different. In his November interview, Lee explained that AI will allow new industries to be built from the ground up with automation in mind. But not only will AI prove cheaper than human employees, but many jobs will be automated as well. Time to prep. Lee told CBS that the wave of automation and worker displacement will happen much more quickly than others, such as innovation and distributed steam engine. Part of that is AI algorithms can be shared across the world among developers and business leaders with little for no need of new infrastructure. No roads, highways, power grids need to be built. What's left to be determined is whether the best money making AI will come from America or outside of China, where smartphones have apps like WeChat. I've explained that in other videos that give business rich data on nearly all aspects of the user's lives. Says AI could replace an equivalent of 300 million jobs. Now pay attention. AI could replace the equivalent of 300 million jobs, a report by investment banker Goldman Sachs. Goldman and Sachs, the same people connected to USDC, connected to Circle, and the same people who created the now powerful entity of BRICS. Brazil, Russia, India, and China, South Africa. The people who created BRICS are now saying that AI could replace the equivalent of 300 million jobs. It said it could replace a quarter of work tasks in the United States and Europe, but also means new jobs and a productivity boom. It could eventually increase the total annual value of goods and services produced by 7%. Generative AI, able to create content indistinguishable from a human work, is a major advance. It says employee prospects. It says the government is keen to promote investment in AI in the UK. It will ultimately drive productivity across the economy. We want to make sure AI is contemplating the way we work in the UK, not disrupting it, making our jobs better rather than taking them away. It says AI's impact will vary across different sectors. 46% of tasks in administrative, 44 in legal, and 6 in constructive, 4 in maintenance. Low wages. He says the only thing I'm sure of is that there's no way of knowing how many jobs will be replaced by generative IT. What ChatGPT could do, for example, is allow people with the average writing skill to produce more essays and articles. Journalists will be able to face more competition because now more people can do it. Considering the introductory to GPS technology and platforms like Uber, settling knowing the streets in London has been less valuable. So incumbent drivers will experience large wage cuts in response, and around 10% according to research. Now, mind you, if you go into the history of creating Uber, you might find out that these people are behind it and have kind of been linking these things together. But what he's saying is that Uber drivers and Lyft drivers, DoorDash, and therefore after, this new generative AI has a very significant, prominent path in taking jobs from Uber. Said pinch of salt. Said research cited by report 60% of workers are occupants that did not exist in the 1940s. So they're saying that based upon how this technology is, they don't know necessarily how it's going to take certain jobs, but it could also offer an impact in creating more jobs. But let's see what Mark Zuckerberg has to say about that. It says Mark Zuckerberg says Meta now has a team building AI tools and personas. It says Meta now has a team dedicated to building tools powered by artificial intelligence. CEO Mark Zuckerberg announced in his post on Monday that this could eventually use AI personas to design to help people in various ways in addition to new tools across the platform and apps and services. More specifically, Zuckerberg says the company is working on AI experiences with text such as chat, with Messenger, and WhatsApp, experiences with images for things like creative Instagram filters and formats. According to EOS, the new AI team developed by Ahmad Al-Durham, Meta's vice president in AI machine learning, who previously worked on Apple's special group. This is Mark Zuckerberg's comment. He says, we are creating a new top-level product group at Meta focused on generative AI to turbocharge our work. We're starting to be pulled together. A lot of teams working on generative AI across the company into one group focused on designing delightful experiences around this technology and all our different products. In short, we focus on building creative and expressive tools over the long term. We focus on developing AI personas that can help people in various ways for WhatsApp and Messenger and image filtering. He says, now, What this is saying so much, all right, is that they're creating tools to be able to simplify that work. But in simplifying work, that means that people can be fired and replaced. Now, this article was in 2016, before any of some of these ChatGPT, Bard, Smart Rock, Claudia were even invented. Says Mark Zuckerberg thinks that AI will start to outperform humans in the next decade. Now, either he's forecasting or it's a coincidence. On a yesterday's investor call, Facebook founder and CEO Mark Zuckerberg was asked how much machine learning technology behind bots and Messenger would manifest itself in the future. So the biggest thing that we're focused on is artificial intelligence building computer services that have built a better perception than people. So basic human senses like seeing, hearing, language core that we do. I think it's possible to get to the point to the next 5 to 10 years where we have computer systems that are better than people at those things. Now, going from there, he says that doesn't mean that computers will be thinking, which he was wrong on that. Now you have generative AI, which will do that. He says Zuckerberg draws the line. That doesn't mean that computers will be thinking or should be generously better. He says faint but important praises for us meatbags. Thinking in this context means that something more complex or understanding how to carry on a conversation or tell a cat from a dog. It's about being able to do a wide variety of different things, emphasizing dysphoria, topics, and learning on your own is unpredictable and unsurvived. Generally better is used in the sense that we are generally capable of handling a wide universe of tasks. So he's basically trying to downplay it. That's where other people come in to kind of fill in the blanks. This is the next one. Let's see. Yes. It says NVIDIA, no caution. NVIDIA says that those without AI expertise will be left behind. It says firm and individuals to familiarize themselves with AI are risk losing out, according to NVIDIA's corporation co-founder and CEO, John Hensing. Hensing, who chip design company reached an all-time high Friday, fueled by the huge demands of AI service providers, gave a commencement address on Saturday saying that new technology will transfer the corporate landscape and change every single job. Pay attention. This guy is part of the Magnificent Seven. NVIDIA says that AI will change the landscape and change every single job. It says agile companies will take advantage of AI and boost their position. Companies less so will perish. While somewhere AI may take their jobs, someone who's expert with AI will take their jobs. So he is telling you that if you don't have any experience in AI, you do not know how to adjust to the market, you will be deleted. You have basically you're obsolete, and they're going to move from that. This is Elon Musk. Says Elon Musk predicts that AI will take over human jobs. According to Musk, the jobs today will eventually become pointless in the future. The private tech owner delivered the unconventional statement during the World Artificial Intelligence Conference, which was held in Shanghai. The Tesla and SpaceX CEO did not mean to scare the audience, but is probably giving a stern warning about the future of unemployment in AI. Elon Musk, oh, look at that. Elon Musk explained that the future might have a probable scenario where only job that will remain for human employment is writing in AI software. AI software will become developed to write its own software until there's nothing left for humans to do. Now, if you watch my previous video where I talk about SpaceX, the Space Force, and Starlink and Neuralink, they are creating a Neuralink, something called the Spaceverse, for people to basically throw their consciousness using Neuralink, the chip on their mind and their brain, to throw themselves into a metaverse. And you can create bots to do its own work and stay in the real world. So how ironic he's saying that. For some reason, this ad does not want to go away. But from him saying that, right, Give me just a moment. Let me rewatch this video. The ills of going live. And I got this from Joel Benjamin, so I will not say that I created it. But um, it says Elon's perspective on correlative artificial intelligence and human jobs is quite possible, especially that there is no way for us to stop the perpetual developments of modern day technology that are pretty much built from well-established foundations. The explosion of technological improvements escalated quickly since the dawn of the Industrial Revolution, where people become more aware that convenient, effortless workload is attainable. According to the World Economic Forum, there is a chance that 75 million jobs of the global force will be replaced by 2022. Now we're in 2023. Do you see kind of what might be happening to why jobs are firing and slowly, quietly moving out? Let's keep it going. It says Elon Musk suggests that an expiring generation found a job that focuses on human interaction and said field will continue to thrive. The SpaceX CEO said that the studying scientific fields such as engineering, physics, and other courses involve traditional human interaction would be among the best choices before AI takes over these careers in the future. Now, it says, we're going to go to this part. It says, Booking Institutions published a study that automation, artificial intelligence, how machines are affecting people and places, which shows the possibility of AI-powered robots taking human jobs. According to the study, 36% of the employment, or 52% of the jobs, will experience a medium exposure in automation by 2030. Meanwhile, 39% or 57 million jobs will experience a low exposure. So they're telling you that they've been planning this for a while. This article came out in 2021 before OpenChatGPT was introduced November 2022. So pay attention. This is another one. It says Elon Musk, robots will take your jobs and the government will pay your wage. I'm going to say that again. This is from one of the big 7 companies, Tesla. Elon Musk says robots will take your jobs and the government will pay your wage. All right. It says Elon Musk, according to Elon Musk, well, computer and intelligent machines and robots seem like the workforce of the future. More and more jobs are replaced by technology. People will have less work to do and ultimately will be sustained by payments from the government, predicts Elon Musk, who is the founder of Solar City, Tesla, and SpaceX. According to Elon Musk, there won't be any other options. There's a pretty good chance that we will end up on universal basic income or something like that due to automation. Yeah, I'm not sure what else one would do. I think that's what would happen. Funny enough, FedNow came out in last July. FedNow is the Federal Reserve's attempt to create a cash app also connected to a CBDC, also connected to a blockchain to give out money. Now, how interesting considering that if you go look on the FedNow website, which I've showed, you see XRP on the ISO 202 protocol and HBAR. And so now Elon Musk, Sam Altman, and other people are saying that because of artificial intelligence, you will not have a job. Let's keep it going. It says in a country with universal basic income, each individual gets a regular check from the government. In Switzerland, they're doing this. It's considered institutional universal basic income, basically $2,500 a month this summer. Let's see. This is President Obama addressed the idea of universal basic income in an interview with the director's MIT Media Lab. Whether a universal basic income is the right model, is it going to be accepted in a broad base of people? That's debatable. We'll have over the next 10 or 20 years. Now, this article was in 2016, and we're coming up on those 10 years. How interesting. Let's get to NVIDIA. Now, this is the same thing, right? NVIDIA CEO tells graduates take advantage of AI or get left over. Now, this is what he told a graduate class. Says those were the words of founder and CEO John Hansen on Saturday, giving a commencement address at the National Taiwan University in Tawapen. Hunter told the graduates that businesses and individuals alike need to become familiar with AI or get rest living out. I'm reporting this twice because NVIDIA has been holding up the stock market. So when the biggest company in the world tells you something, you listen, pay attention. Now, Walmart aims for 65% of its stores to be automated by 2026, around that same timeline of 2025. Walmart told its experts about 65% of its stores will be serviced by automation by the end of the fiscal year of 2026, just days after revealing plans to lay off more than 2,000 people at its facilities and fulfill online orders. The announcement in the U.S. retail giant meeting in Tampa, Florida. Now, when they tell you something, you have to listen because they're telling you exactly what they're moving into. It says Whole Foods market to launch just walkout technology in 2 stores, and those 2 stores will be Washington, D.C. and Sherman Oaks. And I've showed that in other videos, but I will show that again. All right. Show that again. Give me just a moment. This what they call our city, right? Well, you will come in, basically scan your credit card at this. We just You'll charge your credit card into the store, creates a digital card for the customer. Customer goes on the store, goes the items, move on, let them or set them down. And then when they exit, that credit card is charged without them doing anything. And these are the stores of the future that are coming very, very soon. Matter of fact, they're here. This is a store of Amazon with a just walkout store. As you can see, they come and instead of a credit card, they touch their palm on the scanner. They walk directly in the store without any credit card. Just the palm. And one would say, what technology are they using for that? This is another store, Amazon Go. That's walkout technology. You see, they're walking out and on the scanner, and they're allowed to go in and purchase everything they want, and then they just walk out without having to do anything. Now, last on this is Microsoft. Yes, the unstoppable, movable juggernaut that we have known for years from Bill Gates' company, Microsoft, also owns 40%, I think 40 to 50% of Chat OpenGPT. Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella says that the emergence of new technologies and displacement of jobs are inevitable. Now, he says that he believes AI will help the students learn in the future. He says people should learn new technology to access new knowledge. Microsoft has a multi-billion-dollar investment in OpenChatGPT technology in its F-15. Now, what he's saying is Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella believes that new technologies always influence jobs, displacing some while also creating new ones. In his recent interview in CNBC, Nadella expressed the viewpoint that whatever new technology emerges, it will inevitably impact on jobs, often resulting in real displacement. However, he acknowledges that new technologies can also create new jobs. He believes that AI has the potential to generate new jobs in the future. I mean, there can be a billion developers. In fact, the world needs a billion developers. So the idea that an actual democratic tool to make access to new technology and access to new knowledge easier, so it revs up the learning curve is easier. He said he believes that new technology will still require human beings to read, edit, and approve content. He believes AI will bring satisfaction to current jobs and new net jobs. All right. He says that the employee salaries may rise as the company's plans. Now, this would be, what does Bill Gates think of this? Bill Gates also highlighted that the potential of AI is an asset to education and a sentiment shared by Nutella. Now, let's see, kind of looking at that. Now, pay attention, people. We would be at the end of this, right? I have just shown you how the Magnificent Seven top companies that run the world have basically told you at this point that AI is coming and it's coming to replace a lot of things in the coming years. Elon Musk told you that the workforce and things were going to change and that would be human beings were going to need a job and eventually are not going to be working and eventually going to be a universal basic income in 2016. So did Mark Zuckerberg. We are now in 2023, which means we late to the party. The punch is low and the food is ate and the girls you wanted, all the little fraternity dudes done hopped on them. And that's where we are at. You have Apple, Microsoft, Google, Nvidia, Amazon, Meta, and Tesla telling you to brace up, get strapped in with your boots in your car because AI is getting ready to cause a lot of different things. Again, this is my speculations, my thoughts, my perceptions on the research that I've come up with. And actually, so in saying that, I do crypto advisory as well as, other advisory for other things, for cryptocurrency, stocks, metaverses, NFTs, gold, and silver. My job, if any, is to inform you. I am a futurist. I live in the future and I gather the information in the present while learning from the past. Right? As I always say, it's your choice. Those that prepare and bold, are confident, and have courage can get in the forefront of history. And those that act like nothing are happening and use fear can be left behind or can be obsolete and obliterated. At this point in time, all I'm doing is presenting to you the steps to the door that leads to where we're going. This may seem like I'm trying to scare or put people in fear, but don't be scared, be prepared. As a teacher of mine, Brother Joseph says all the time, you can either be a warrior or a warrior. At this point in time, it's your choice. Any consultations, anybody want to get back to me, please comment, send concerns, tell me your thoughts. I know I don't usually say that, but I'm always open to people having conversations or saying something. I hope that this was helpful to you, and I hope it at least gets you to think. Pay attention. These answers are on the test of life going forward. Signing out.